everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another one of our Ivey MBA Admission Series podcasts. I'm Lindsay Littman, part of the full-time MBA recruitment and admissions team here at Ivey. Today's conversation is focused on one of our specific electives, a hot topic and also a top secret elective course called Leadership Under Fire. And I'm joined today by two of our great MBA students who are going to share as much as they can within reason about this unique experience. So Aakriti and Divya, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Lindsay, for having us.
Nice to share more about this experience.
Yes, inviting us to talk about like one of our favorite electives as of now.
Was it? Yes. Okay. All right. Well, let's maybe get a headline to what this course is about within what you can share. We'd like to not share too much about it, but there is some key things that are known. Maybe we can start with you, Divya, on what you would describe this course as at a high level, and then you can each talk to what piqued your interest to sign up for this elective.
Absolutely, Lindsay. So Leadership Under Fire is, it's kind of, there are certain character dimensions as a leader that a person possesses. And it kind of is a course where you explore those character dimensions and you're put into situations and challenging situations. And there you are, you have to kind of like navigate and understand where you are weak at or where you can improve. So that's like in whole, like leadership.
The nutshell of what
Leadership Under Fire is.
Okay. And it's not a full course in terms of it's not over 5 or 6 weeks. It's what, 4 days?
5 days.
5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
5 days. Okay. What intrigued you about taking this elective course?
So like the way I mentioned, like you kind of explored, it's like a deeper dive into like the leadership wheel and the 12 characteristics that you possess to hone on your managerial skills like later in the future. Before coming to Ivey, I wasn't aware of this course. It's only like during the orientation week, I got to know about this course. And I, like in the past and even now, I'm not like a camper similar to Divya, who like really likes outdoor activities. And again, like my first time in Canada, haven't seen snow. And this happens in like peak winter weather. So I was very apprehensive, but at the same time, I realized like MBA is all about challenging myself and like stepping outside my comfort zone. So I was like, okay, if it's now or never. And then I spoke to the professor who leads this course, which is Gerard, alongside like a couple of ex-Canadian military officials. Like the course is really well planned and laid out. And then they were like, just give it a shot. Like, you can do this. And if anything, like Gerard was like, why are you even like doubting yourself? And I was like, okay, I will do this. So it was like a very impulse thing that I did, to be honest. Okay. And then as and when like the date was approaching, I was like, okay, like this is too much impulse. I need to back out. But in hindsight, I feel I'm so glad that I didn't back out, because it was definitely like a very transformational cliche word, but
I know,
like,
we use that word a lot.
Transformational in so many aspects, like mentally, emotionally, physically, like on 3 fronts.
Yeah, similar to Aakriti, but I already kind of knew what the course was, not like the nitty-gritties of it,
right,
but like what I can expect out of the course. So I went into the course with the expectation that there were certain leadership characters which I wanted to improve on.
Okay.
So that's what I had a discussion with Gerard, and I said like, hey, these are the areas which I think I want to improve.
Right.
And that's where the mentors and everybody in the course helped us out.
Okay.
And even the team was really supportive. Like, we had a really great time, and Aakriti was there in my team.
Okay.
Yes.
So because you sign up for this course in the July timeframe of electives, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this course, as you mentioned, with the winter climate, takes place in late November, early December, depending on where the schedule falls.
And you don't even know the location, so you can't really like
location.
prep.
No, so
or
it
look
is
at
off
the weather
campus.
app.
Yeah, we can share it's off campus.
Yes.
To pack limited things.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And part of it, I mean, you mentioned you identified gaps in your leadership, areas you want to improve upon. Did you feel it did that? Or what would you say your reflection or takeaways from this experience? Because I know it's not for the faint-hearted.
But I would still encourage you to like test
Yes.
out yourself.
Right.
I feel like you mentioned, yes, there are some skills that you have preconceived notions about, like, okay, this is what I am, like this is what I want to improve. But I feel like where this course really also helped me, because like we did like a 25-page reflection paper, which was something.
That's a paper, 25.
Yes, in the
But
winter
there was a
break.
lot to write.
Yeah, that
on,
was a lot to write for sure. I think what this course also made me realize, it's like sometimes like you think you have certain traits, or like you would react a specific way in a situation.
Right.
But it's only when you're under stress, which they kind of put you in, like they say, like we don't break you, we bend you. So like that's
Another
like,
tagline.
yeah, that's a tagline.
Okay.
So I feel like it helped me discover that even though I think like rationally I might like act this way, like on field I was in a different way. So it kind of like helps you understand that, okay, like, I thought this was my strength, but this is not really my strength. Like this is how I need to like, mold it better. So it's just like kind of breaking your preconceived notions about your own self also in a way.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
This is intriguing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in addition to that, like, I feel it's a very safe space out there, like where you can be vulnerable with your
Yes.
team, with your mentor, and the feedbacks which you get, it's really like very insightful.
Okay. So they give you feedback during it or after it? Or
During it. During
okay.
it.
And multiple times. So yeah.
So feedback-rich environment continues through in this course then?
Yes.
Okay. But it was constructive, like helping you grow as a leader. That's really the intent of it, right? Is
Yes.
to-
And the good part is you don't just get feedback from your mentors in
Right.
the program, but also from your peers.
Peers.
And like
Okay.
Divya mentioned, like the team setting is so that like it's so vulnerable, it's so nice. And like it's just like a safe space where you actually can share, this is how I'm feeling, or like, this is an area I need to improve on. Like, can you guide me? And people do like help you out. So that's good.
Wow, great. So sounds like you survived the 5 days in the outdoors-ish area.
There was one day it was blizzard, right?
Yes. And
Oh, were you part of the snow? The snow
yes,
days?
Western was
no.
closed, and we were out like troopers.
Oh my gosh.
No, like nothing is happening.
Wow, it's really testing your abilities then when we had a lot of snow during that time period.
Yes, we heard that later.
Yeah, you heard that. Okay, okay.
Yes. Another tagline which the course says is it's like battlefield approved and boardroom tested.
Oh,
Yeah.
these are some smart taglines.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like a perfect fusion of like, like skills which
Yes.
will be required on the battlefield,
Right.
but can be translated in the boardroom as well. And it does that.
And so you do feel some growth in yourself since that time. I mean, it's been over a couple months now since you've returned. You feel and your core values or leadership that you've got more maybe confidence in yourself or awareness of yourself?
Yes, I think. And also, like, just looking at Aakriti, there was like, I had an impression of Aakriti like earlier in Ivey that, okay, like I mean, she doesn't take initiatives or something like that. I had an impression like that. But when she was in Leadership Under Fire, the way she was the strong person and
you
the way,
impressed her. Okay.
I didn't know that side of Aakriti. And when I saw
Because
that,
she's being too
like,
kind.
no, she was really great. And that's something which, like,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love hearing that. And we hear it sometimes more casually with, someone day one or week 3 in the program was pretty quiet and hesitant to share. And then come the end of the year, they're one of the more stronger or frequent contributors in the classroom. And so I love that you pick up on differences in growth within your peers, right? And it just, I think, speaks to, again, the closeness of the program, that you really do get to know them. But in situations like that, you're shining in a way that you wouldn't have thought was,
Yeah,
right?
You
Like
realize
to
new
her,
things
you were this,
about
this
yourself.
impressive person. And that's wonderful. It's so nice for you to share.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, MBA is all about like stepping outside your comfort
Yes.
zone. So like even though like let's say this program does intimidate you, like just think for it. Like you're never going to do this again. And like these are like experts. Like they won't, like they will risk your life to ensure that you don't get a scratch on your body.
Okay.
Like they are really like military level trained.
Right.
Like they have been part of the military for
Okay.
real. So like just don't worry
So it's
about
safe.
it.
So don't overthink
is
it.
safe.
Just
It is
go in
safe.
and do it.
Yes, because my mother was worried. And
I
then
bet.
And then I was like, I'm doing it. And she was like, okay, I'll pray to the Lord. And then when I came back, she was like so happy and so proud of myself.
I bet. Oh.
I just remembered one tagline. I don't know from where. It's like, be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
I don't remember, like just when Aakriti said, just step out of your comfort zone. I think that's what is appropriate over here.
And one more thing I would like to add about the program is that like it's a very close group. So like that it's a very competitive program to get into. Like you have to bid your points. And like I think only 35 or 40 people of the cohort end up doing it at the end. And there are a lot of them on the wait list as well. So
I see.
yeah, like,
it is a popular. They only let so many do it because of obviously space constraints and
that's what makes the program beautiful and like more like experiential as well because of the small size. Yeah.
Well, that's a great way to wrap this up. Thank you both for sharing. I'm intrigued on this course and appreciate you sharing your insights to it and letting the listeners and viewers know that it is worthwhile. You know, it's going to test yourself. It's going to be challenging at times, but don't overthink it. Embrace it. Immerse yourself. It helps you get the most out of the program, too. In general, having that mindset. So our listeners and watchers, thanks for tuning in today. You can hear more of our student experience podcasts off any podcast platform or directly from our website. And if you haven't yet engaged with our team, please submit a resume assessment, and we'd love to talk with you soon. Thanks again. Thanks for watching today. If you'd like to engage with us further and you've not yet submitted your resume assessment, that would be a great next step. Simply visit our website, upload your resume or LinkedIn profile, and one of us will get in touch with you to discuss your candidacy for a full-time 1-year MBA program. Thanks again for watching.